To the pool.
Hi guys, it's Anna here. In this video I will be sketching a little girl from a photo reference I found on Pinterest. The photo was just striking to me and I felt like sketching it. So this is going to be a real-time video, and I just cut some parts because I was like staring at the TV because I was I was watching the Ozarks while I was sketching here, and it was like a month ago or something, and I was like in some scenes I was just mesmerized by what's going on in the TV on the TV. So the series is just amazing, but we're not here for for that. It's just so I am sketching this little girl, and I am starting with this round shape and then adding this little bottom part that would be like the cheeks and the chin. You do that plus sign there, and the horizontal line of the plus sign is like where the brows should be. The eyes should be below the brows, obviously, and where the circle meets that other part we added, it's the nose, and between the nose and the end of the head, I don't know how to explain it. Halfway it's the mouth, and then if you look at it kind of carefully of what I'm doing, I'm kind of measuring things a little bit. It's like it's not the same for everyone, but it's like the major features are usually are kind of related somehow. So that's why we start with this circle to construct the head, and the plus sign, and this little bottom part that is like the cheeks and the chin, and then between the two eyes should be one eye, and one eye horizontally there should be the size of 5 eyes. It would be 5 eyes, like nothing, one eye, nothing, one eye, nothing, and it's just the spaces between the eyes and outside the eyes on the outer part are an eye too, the size of an eye. It's just confusing maybe. So the eyes should be of the same size. I don't know if I had that really present here because it was a long ago. I haven't been posting much because first of all, me or my daughter or both are sick. It's almost constant. The weather is crazy. It's raining and it's cold in mid-June in Portugal. It just doesn't happen, or didn't happen before. Now we kind of don't have summers, and it's just weird. Everything is mixed up and messed up. So yeah, I think that's why we're all we haven't got COVID yet, but she even had chicken pox, or has chicken pox, which is crazy. Anyway, diverging again. So it's that's why I've been posting much, just trying to do shorts and whatnot, because it's been really crazy. And so about what I'm drawing, I kind of somewhat measure the features, and if you notice, I was doing that with very light touch. This is a Col-Erase pencil from Prismacolor, which is a colored pencil that it's supposed to be easier to erase. So, and it even has a little eraser. You don't have to go and find your own, which is comfortable. But as you can see, I am doing like the first like structure lines are very light, and then you start adding layers and layers and layers to make the parts more visible. You can choose like the lines you like, and feels more like a subject, or your subject. You don't have to copy the subject. If you like another line you did based on what you saw, then you can do that instead, unless you're doing a portrait to, like, for a customer or something. I don't think that should be the customer might don't like that, but if it's just an exercise for you on a sketchbook like I'm doing here, you can definitely do that. Just look at an example and just draw lines approximately with what you see, and then find something else in the end. Actually, it's easier to do that than to do the exact copy for me. So, but it's very cool because in this space I was really trying to study the head proportions, because I had studied before, like the highs. I started with the highs, and I said this in videos before. Started with the highs, then the mouth, then the nose, and then I went to ears, and then I went to the head, because you can be good at like drawing eyes and noses and mouths separately, but then the face structure, like the cheeks and the bones, it really can change a lot. And in here I am like drawing her kind of blondish, and then I'm going to, because she's younger, and when you're younger, the cheeks are more prominent usually, and you are more rounded, more sweet. This is a girl, so it's more rounded. So that's what I was using here, and at this time I was really studying like how to put features together, how to have the eyes and the nose and the mouth, the proportions, the distances between them, and that's what I was trying to. That's why I was trying to do a lot of portraits on my iPad here, like in sketchbooks, because they have a different feeling. What you do on digitally, it's different than having like the paper and the pencil and doing it. Like, it doesn't glide or slide that well as it does on the iPad, so it's a little different. I'm sorry about my camera, it can unfocus sometimes. I don't understand why, because I was kind of in the same place, but anyway. Since you can still see what I'm doing, I left the footage anyway, so it's more complete, because if I would cut the parts that are kind of blurred, you probably wouldn't get much of video. And I think you can see what I'm doing, so I get it. So then there's another thing, the hair. Always leave space for the chin and for the forehead. I usually didn't leave space for the forehead, not at all. So starting with that circle, it really helps you to do that, because then you know the brows are on the horizontal line of the plus sign you draw, and since the hair only starts near the top of the circle, you have all that forehead, so you'll never forget about the forehead anymore. So and then don't forget that the circle is not like it's the head, it's the skull, it's not the hair. The hair usually has volume, even if it's not a very a hair with a lot of volume. It always has volume. Even babies, not much. Maybe the babies are like small babies, like months old, are the ones that are bald people, of course. People with hair, maybe babies, are the ones that have less volume, because they're still developing their hair. It's not there yet, it's not born yet. It takes a lot of time for babies get like hair, like what you can call like, it's just very thin and very, it's just kind of to protect them from losing heat. It's just a little little fur. So anyway, then when your features are all in the face, and I keep messing with it. I just keep adjusting. Like when you do something, then it makes you want to adjust the other thing. And right now I'm going for the hair. Hair is really difficult too, because you kind of want to draw like every single strand of hair, because that's what's there. But it's so much better if you like draw just what do you call it, like shapes, and then kind of refine them with some details. Like, it's very important to value, like to give it form, and then just do some lines to, so the brain can understand that there are lines there, and then just in the end just do some stray hairs. That helps a lot, those stray hairs, because the brain just assumes that that form is made of those little stray hairs. And since you're recognizing it as a face already, your brain just automatically thinks that's hair. So also a good thing for that helps when we're drawing is for portraits or any other thing. It's the negative space. Like for example, the negative space that appears between, now my hand's on top of it, but I was drawing like her neck, and the negative space between the neck and the hair, which there is not it's negative, but it doesn't mean it's not there. The hair is there, but it's like very dark, and that shape, that very dark shape, it's in the photo. If you kind of look at it as a shape, then you can see if your shape is kind of the same. And you can do that everywhere, like the shape between the nose and the lips and the end of the chin, between the eyes and eyebrows, between like that strand of hair that goes in between the eyes. You can see negative spaces, like your forehead on the right and on the left. They have different shapes, considering that shape between the strand of hair that it's in the middle, the rest of her hair, the eyebrow. You get a little triangle on the left side as we're watching it, and on the right side it's like a rectangle. So you can kind of see those shapes and use that to try and recreate what you're seeing. Obviously, if you want to copy that, you can want to have just something similar or not exactly the same. So it's up to you then. But it's so good when you're starting to. It's very frustrating in the beginning. It really is frustrating, because I mean, everything always goes wrong, and then there's something not quite well. And when you study the eyes, you study the nose, you study the lips, you study all the features, you kind of understand a little bit of the hair, and then you go and try to make a portrait, and it just doesn't come out right. The person just looks like a serial killer or whatever. It's just weird. It's just weird looking, and I have a lot of that in my Instagram account, like a lot. I mostly do. I don't even know why I don't erase them from there, but I think it's just a part. Because sometimes I go to profiles and it's just everything is perfect, and it's like all finished sketches and whatnot. And I'm like, I don't do that. I do a lot of sketches that aren't good. And I can't post like 3 to 5 times a week just beautiful things. I can't. It just doesn't work like that. I mean, I have a work, I have a child, and I I have to take care of the house, so I don't have time for perfection every time because I don't have time to make mistakes and have a good one then. So anyway, just you have to sketch a lot. You have to sketch a lot, but it's so cool that the more you sketch, the more you want to sketch, and that's so good because you start to improve. You start to see better results, and you get really excited about it. And it's like it kind of gives you confidence. Of course, then you do something that looks absolutely horrible, and then you say, "Oh, I just wasn't into it. I have to try it again and do it again and again and again and again, and you'll see you will improve. You will improve." I also took. I am in a contest, illustration contest, and I am spending a lot of time illustrating for that contest, because we need to present 7 images, and I'm doing everything like digitally. And well, the concept was traditional, just pencil and paper, but I mean, if I don't win, I will have a bunch of things to show here. But maybe even if I win, I think honestly, I don't think I'm going to win. But I am learning so much about illustration, and I really want to be an illustrator. That's it. That's what I want to be. I want to be an illustrator, mainly of children's books, and yeah, I would love to do that. So I am doing this. I am getting in this contest. It happens every year, and I kind of asked for the text like 5 times and managed to present my work 2 times. So there were other 2 times that I didn't finish and I didn't send anything, and there was another time that the text was I wasn't connecting with the text at all. It was very weird, and I didn't send anything. I didn't do anything. I just thought, oh, this is weird. I cannot illustrate this. And yeah, but for this year, I thought I could go on Domestika and try some courses. And no, this is not sponsored. I could try something like going to do something about illustration. What can we have? What do I have there? What can they offer me? And I bought like a course or 2, and then I bought another one, and I was getting addicted. But then I got one that was just shit. I mean, I'm sorry, but it was really empty. I got 2 that were really empty. I have other courses. I have like tattoo courses, and I've got some of watercolor, oils, and it's not just for illustration, but 2 of them I did it and they mean nothing to me. I mean, one of them in particular was just empty. It didn't have value to me, at least. And maybe it has value for someone that really is starting like to pick up a pencil, but for me it wasn't good. So you got those surprises there, but I got like at least 4 of them. They were absolutely incredible. They were very rich. They really informed me about what is a portfolio, how to get a portfolio done, like how to present my work. So I started to think about illustration very seriously, mainly for children's books, and I am thinking about it outside of this contest. I mean, so not just for this contest, but I don't know, to start to contact publishers and try to be like a freelancer illustrator that can do some of the work while working a 9-to-5 job. Give it a job. crazy, I know. But yeah, but I got really excited about it, so that's why I've been a bit absent. But at the same time, I've been learning a lot, and I have a lot of things to share in here. So I think it's going to be fun. Next videos or something. I don't know about timings, but I have this contest until the 1st of July. After that, I'll be more focused on this channel again. So yeah, I've learned a lot about portraits, about characters, about portfolios, illustration, lights, shadows, a lot of it, it's digital. It's on Procreate or on, oh my god, Photoshop. So yeah, well, I'm gonna be leaving you alone for like 3 minutes. Well, 2 minutes. Well, I guess I have to say goodbye. I'm just doing the final touches on the lips. Just trying to bring some color to the lips. I didn't do like a lot of shading on her skin because I wanted her to look white. I wanted the focus to be very on a lot on the eyes and on the lips and the hair. I wanted it to have this kind of finished look to it. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I hope you guys are okay. Tell me what you've been up to and what you want to see in this channel. If you want to know about illustration, digital process, the Procreate app, and tell me what you like to see. Well, till next time, bye bye, stay safe and healthy. Bye bye.